This is the fault of Daniel Lovett-Horn from Prometheus, the famous Prometheus, the mighty Prometheus. I was spat on my own screen. Ugh, some kind of schnaz. Anyway, yes, Daniel Lovett-Horn from Prometheus. Promethium, not Prometheus, Promethium. What am I talking about? Blimey, it's been a long day. It's his fault because we talk, and we're friends on Facebook, friends on Facebook, yes. And he was listening to an album that he said was rather good. And when people are listening to albums and say, this is great, who else has got this? I don't know about it. I get a bit, why don't I know about that? Because I consider myself to be a rock and metal cognoscente. You can look that one up. I'm not really, but I consider myself to be, there's far too much music out there for me to look at all of it, but or listen to all of it. I don't just want to look at it and go, oh, looks good. You have to listen, don't you? And the album and band that he mentioned were a band called Judicator. Now, they have a new album called Concord. There's no D on the end of that. It's not the plane. Concord, as in we come to an agreement. They're from Salt Lake City. They were formed in 2012. They are thought of as a power metal band. They aren't. And I'm so glad at that. I'm so glad. They are a lot more than that. I can't really pin them down. Folks, Follocks, that's a good thing. For Steve Swift's Rambling Reviews, that's a good thing. Because there's a load of power metal out there, and there's a load of heavy metal out there, and I get a bit jaded with it all. Particularly power metal that I've never been a real fan of. So anyway, we start with Call Out Your Slumber. Call Us Out of Slumber. Not Call Out Your Slumber. Call out your slumber. Call us out of slumber. Look at that. That's beautifully done. I couldn't have done that if I'd tried. Let's put those away for the moment because I can use them later on for seeing and things like that. I don't know where to put them. Now, Call Us Out of Slumber is a kind of outlaw country rock thing. Then we've got some fast riffing and quite a sweet vocal. There's an open, accessible chorus, metallic solo, and then some short riffs and some hammering to finish. But then things like Johanna's song, sounds like that melodic rock to me. Triumphant chorus, a metallic solo, all right, but melodic rock. And then we've got in a Miracle of Life, pushy metal, dramatic feel. There's quite a lot of drama in this album. Into a sax solo. Yes, a sax solo, parping, blarting, a bit proggy. Really, really easy to like. Just lovely. Open yourself up and enjoy this. They give us a bit of synth metal, actually, with those synth stabs in Weeping Willow. String riffs, though. Sorry, not string riffs. Strong riffs, though. Stringy riffs. There'll be a bit of string later on. But hang on a minute. Hang on. There'll be some strings later on, but hang on. It's got some prog above that toughness. It is lovely. Lovely. Rangy metallic solo. Same thing with Hold Your Smile. Because they give us a bit of folky harmonising. Folky harmonising, folks. And it's beautifully done. That folk feel is lovely. I mean, Blood Meridian, the way they finish the album, which has a 70s folky, hippie, harmonising feel, then suddenly runs around with a metallic sprint and ends with a hoedown, folks. A hoedown. Come on. Before then, you've got Concord itself, which has an enormously dramatic string crescendo. That's where the stringy riffs are. So dramatic. There's so much going on in this album. I love it to bits on this first listen. I feel sure it will give up even more delights on future listens. Daniel Lovett-Horn is right. God damn you, Lovett-Horn. And I need to look at their other stuff because I didn't know they existed. And now I do know. How can you avoid them? Ta-ta.